So before starting this video, I'm gonna say that I'm not part of the development of this game in any shape or form. Also, I'm not part of any LGBTQ plus communities, and I'm not part of any journalistic companies, big or small. Also, I'm not the type of YouTuber that makes any money out of YouTube, so I had to clickbait it or something. This is going to be honest, objective review overview of the game because I'm sick and tired of listening unfair phrasing and unfair criticism of this game and many other games that came out in last couple of years. Now let's start with this one very important topic and thing that it seems like nobody right now understands. If you've ever seen any gameplay footage on your screen without actually playing it, I'm sure you don't understand how that game feels and plays. So 1 week ago, when reviews started coming out from IGN and other, big or small journalistic companies, a lot of people who didn't get any review keys started criticizing this game for its bad gameplay, for its bad graphics, dialogues, LGBTQ plus ideologies, being pushed. And this is not a real Dragon Age, it looks like Pixar characters. The real Dragon Age was something totally different, this and that. That's so disgusting for me, just to clickbait so many, and they have a lot of subscribers, a lot of comments also. Yeah, you are right, this is a bad, and nobody played yet the game and everyone has their opinion. That is so sad to see. They don't even understand this game took at least 5 years of active development. More than 100 people were working on this game. So much talent, so much coordination, project management, finance, investments, all that stuff. You don't even understand how much effort making this game or making other games takes. Yet these people sit there and criticizing it like they're some sort of like super pros and they know how game plays and how it feels. It doesn't matter you like it or not. Maybe I don't like it as much as well, but you have to be fair in criticizing or praising this game or anything else. And also, Dragon Age was never something like mass appealing game or anything. It was always a niche game with very weird bad combat system. It was like turn-based slash a combat, very junky, very weird from the top down ish, some weird camera angles. It was always something like tabletop game enjoyers like game choice, something not very appealing and not interesting for most people. Right now, this is like actually the best Dragon Age. I don't care right now about dialogues and what stories and this and that, but as a game, this is a unreal improvement compared to what it was. And Dragon Age was always weird looking. The faces, face shapes, and how they like animations worked and everything. It was super weird. On that note, also Mass Effect was also weird. Just go and look at the Mass Effect characters, how they look, how they sound, how game plays, how janky it is. And also this like companion wheels. A lot of people are saying, oh, it's so bad to have companion wheels, there's so many. It's just an abilities, and Mass Effect had it too. I had to play Mass Effect on highest difficulty and it was still very easy just because of that reason. Right now in this game, it's watered down. There's like also on the difficulty options, it's still easy, but it's not as crazy as Mass Effect. And also my favorite, I had to check Steam reviews, right? And all the positive and negative reviews. And right now you can go and check yourself how many people criticizing this game played more than 1 hour. That's so funny to me. They played like in under 1 hour, and yet they are writing whole dissertations how bad this game is, or sometimes how good this game is, without playing even 1 hour. And most people, if you go to those people's profiles, if they are open, right, you will see that they don't even have finished like most games. They don't have achievements of finishing most games. That's That's, I don't know what is this, what do you call this even? Now let's talk about objectively bad or weak things in Dragon Age, and then we're gonna talk about things that are objectively pretty good. First is obviously story and dialogue. Story in here is very underwhelming. So there are basically these two runaway bad guys, and they're planning to take over the world, and you have to fight them somehow. And dialogue is super low and mid IQ friendly, let's put it this way, right? It's super you know, like why this elf is a bad guy. Well, this elf is bad because he burned down this village, because he was mad, like almost that bad, okay? But I mean, okay, there's no mystery in the game. That's pretty bad for a fairy tale-ish type of game. There's no mystery, there's no something that I would not expect to happen. I already know how things will go. There are a few interesting characters. This guy, for example, who sounds like EZIO Auditore, alla Firenze from Assassin's Creed 2. That was a surprise.
Is Catarina della Morte.
The first Talon. I'm honored. Which makes you...
Ilario della Morte, her grandson. What brings you here?
Right. My target is a pair of elven gods.
I just choose this faction called like Crows or something, Assassin Crows or something, actually, just randomly, and then they started talking with Ezio's Italian accent. So I was like, okay, this is cool. But how it goes and how things will turn out, I don't know yet. Also, this wheel that lets you choose what answer to give is pretty basic. It's like a neutral answer, like funny answer, like you are agreeing or disagreeing. But in these 7 hours, this took my character basically on the very linear path. I have not felt any difference after making any dialogue decisions, so that kind of sucks because it's a big part of the game. One more thing that pissed me off was Asmongold's video, like a clip. It was suggesting that this dialogue function was not allowing you to not choose some LGBTQ plus, you know, decision. He was saying that no matter which answer I will choose, I'm trans, which is not true. Here's a thing, here's a clip that's like a very optional thing in a wheel, and if you're gonna click it, then you have this type of option to choose that you are trans, but actually you don't have to. But I don't know why he's doing it, or why the other YouTubers are trying to, you know, give wrong information, misinform audiences. I have no idea. Also, another thing, which is small thing kinda, but I was not able to find solution for it in options, is this huge indicator of the mission or something. This, you see this blue thing, right? It's so big. What is this? I mean, I rather have like dot or something. This is huge. It's bigger than character's head. Like, I don't understand. I tried to find it in options. I wasn't able to find it in options. More or less, also, I don't like that you are basically overpowered no matter which difficulty you choose to play on. It's repetitive combat, but also when I'm saying repetitive combat, you can name me any game that doesn't have repetitive combat. Like, which game doesn't have repetitive combat? Every game's combat is repetitive. If you are choosing sword or something, this sword has several movements. There's no situational combat or anything like that, yet animations are set, and that's the animation your character will do no matter who's the enemy NPC, right? Last of Us 2 had some good situational, you know, obstacle based or situation based combat, but that's all. And it's like saying about combat that's repetitive, it's like saying why like cloth is clipping through the character. That's like an unsolved mystery right now, or unsolved technical issue every game has. So for me, this game is combat is improvement compared to what it was before, and in general compared to other games, for example Hogwarts Legacy or something. Okay, it's on par with Hogwarts Legacy. That's what I can say, and it's very similar when it comes to exploration to Final Fantasy 15 or whatever came out on PC and last year on PS5. But this game is actually better when it comes to exploration, graphics, and everything else besides combat compared to Final Fantasy. And on Hogwarts Legacy wise, Hogwarts Legacy is much more interesting when it comes to story and situation in a world, how it feels, and ambience and all that. But this game has pretty decent ambience and graphics as well, which I'm gonna speak about right now. But I think right now Hogwarts Dragon's Age, it's like mix between Hogwarts Legacy and Final Fantasy from what I played so far. Now let's talk about graphics. Like I said, graphics in this game, for me personally, is pretty good. And I'm gonna say why. Now, this game looks like Hobbit movies. If you ever watched Hobbit movies, it's like a hazy, blurry, you know, dream sequency feeling game overall. But it's stylistically very good. It matches the vibe, it matches the, you know, like this fairy tale-ish setting. Everything, like, it's very detail oriented. Ambience is pretty good. Graphics overall is pretty good. If someone is saying this game is ugly or anything like that, they just don't know what beautiful is. Their taste is objectively bad. This game for Dragon Age looks pretty good. If Valheim or Enshrouded looked like this, come on, man, I mean, are you kidding me? This game's graphics is pretty good, and optimization is also pretty good. Now, also, I'm a big fan of good musical ambience or sound ambience in the games, especially games like this, right? The fairy tale-ish ones, or in any game, right? This game doesn't have it. Okay, this game has pretty decent but pretty inconsistent music sometimes, but ambience like birds, you know, winds, all that stuff, this game doesn't have it. I don't know why. I don't know why. This is the game that should have it, but it doesn't have it, and it kind of sucks. Also, I really liked how icons look in this game. For example, wood icons, or for example, some elixirs and stuff like that. And in this game, all that looks pretty good, but not as good as Baldur's Gate. I think that's all. We talked about everything. There's nothing much else to talk about. So let me know what you think, if you played it, if you plan to play, if you are influenced by all these people making these videos. But if you want to watch some unbiased, honest, good reviews and other videos, make sure to sub, like and comment. Thanks for watching. Bye.